Hi guys, and welcome to another video on 365. Warning, this video is going to be very TMI and talk about lady things. Today is the big day. I am about to go in for my Novasure Ablation, or my endometrial ablation. I've been looking forward to this for months. Really, I've been looking forward to this for years. Alright, so let me explain how I got to this point. So I've had, since I got my period for the first time, what I can only correctly label as like an allergy to my own menstrual fluid. My doctor has said it is exceedingly rare to have a true allergy, and that she thinks maybe there's something else going on, like a hormone imbalance or a pH imbalance, or even just that it's such a heavy flow that maybe I'm causing a lot of irritation. Whatever the reason is, whether it is a true allergy, irritation, what have you, since the time I got my very first period all the way until my last one 2 weeks ago, wherever the fluid touches, I break out in blisters, boils, a rash, anything from a mild to moderate itch, persistent itch, to full-on weeping sores. I know, super gross. And that's just my normal. That is what it has always been from the very first time I had a cycle when I was 12 years old, all the way through until 2 weeks ago. For all of my teenage years, I just assumed it was normal. Everybody had this. That's just what I thought. And then when I was in college, I found out, like, no, not everybody deals with this every month. So at that point, I went on like a journey to see if I could find the reason why this was happening. So I tried different sanitary products. I tried every different kind of pad you could get, all the organic, the natural. I tried reusable, like cloth reusables. I switched out to tampons. I tried a whole bunch of different kinds of tampons. Again, the organic, the natural, cotton, the synthetic. I tried all those different things. I tried different hygiene methods, thinking maybe I'm washing it too much. Maybe I'm not washing it enough. Maybe I'm using the wrong kind of soaps during my cycle. None of that seemed to improve. The closest thing to improvement I would say I ever reached was about 2 years ago. I started using a menstrual cup. It did not eliminate the rashes. It localized them to one specific area, which I suppose can be considered an improvement. The other mild improvement I managed to have was we installed a bidet, and I was able to get very, very clean, and I would be going in there maybe every half hour, 45 minutes throughout the heaviest days of my cycle. Again, it never eliminated the problem, it just made it more moderate. So I finally had enough. I went into my doctor and I said, like, this has been happening for 20 years. I need to do something about it. So she said, why don't we try putting you on the Mirena IUD? Because a lot of women end up having their menstrual cycles severely diminish or cease altogether. Now, I was a little nervous because I haven't done well on hormonal birth control in the past, but she said it was such a low dose that it shouldn't have been a problem. She booked me an appointment with a gynecologist because she was just my general practitioner, so she sent me to a gynecologist. And when he asked me if this was for a birth control issue or something else, I explained my 20 years of issues with him. And he said, you know what? I think that the best course of treatment here, since you're done having children, is to eliminate your endometrial layer so that you have either no or incredibly diminished periods. So that's what we've decided to do. Today, I am going in, and actually I'm leaving in like 20 minutes. I'm going in to have my endometrial ablation. So I'm going to document as much as I can, and I'm going to try and keep you guys as updated as possible, because I think that a lot of women who've been through this would appreciate just knowing the experience. So the rest of this video is going to be a first-person account of my experience with a endometrial mesh or Novasure ablation. What are you here for today?
I'm registering for day surgery. I hope this isn't an indication of the day. They just did the worst job ever. What am I embarrassed about? See that? That is an exposed sticky surface. You don't get to see me all stoned. I came out of it pretty quick.
According to the TV, you're only in the operating room for about a minute and then in recovery forever.
No, I've been in there since 2:30, I think. I don't know, I came out of it pretty quickly. A little woozy, just nauseous from the anesthetic, I think. But I don't know, for the most part, I'm pretty good. Alright, I'm all done. I'm gonna get dressed and I'm ready to go. Alright, I'm home. I'm in bed. I'm super duper nauseated. Like, I feel like I'm gonna puke. That's just coming off of the anesthesia, I think. No cramping, no heavy bleeding or anything like that. I will update later. I'm gonna lay down and sleep for a little bit and try to get over feeling nauseous every time I sit upright. So yeah, there's your update. Alright, sorry about the crappy light. It is now just a little over 6, and I took a rest. I think I kind of went in and out of sleep, just dozed in and out for a little while. My nausea is pretty much resolved. I still feel kind of a bit woozy. It's actually kind of surprising to me because I've always come out of anesthesia like that. And I still came out of it really quickly. I woke up and I was feeling like lucid and good. The nausea and the like almost vertigo type symptoms or the wooziness, it hung in there until probably 2.5, 3 hours after surgery, if not a little bit longer. At least now I know to expect that if I ever have to have another procedure done. I am just eating a little bit of supper and laying and chilling out in bed until I completely don't feel woozy anymore, and I don't know, it's not too bad. My pain isn't terrible. Like on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd say it's like 1, less than a 1. And even that's not constant, it's just every now and again I'll get almost like a mild contraction. It's almost like a very mild 10 to 30 second long contraction type feel. So very, very, very mild, moderate cramps. They're not bad at all. Hopefully, this is what recovery is like, where for however long this takes, I'll just be mildly crampy. I'll be able to get some stuff done this weekend. I'm not planning anything. It'd be nice to be able to get up and walk around. So. Okay, so it is now just about 8:30, and I'm gonna be honest, I feel fine. Other than the fact that, like, when I got home, as I've mentioned, I was super nauseated, so I took some anti-nausea medication, which made me super drowsy, and I'm still kind of feeling a little loopy and drowsy, but other than that, I'm fine. In addition to feeling fine, I am like pissing like a racehorse constantly, being hooked up to an IV all day. Fills you full of liquid, so I've been up every hour just going to the bathroom. But I mean, like, my bleeding is minimal to nothing. Like, it's spotting already. Like, it's kind of an anticlimactic video. I was not expecting. I thought maybe I'd have like lots of stuff to document, but I literally feel fine. Like, I feel 100% normal. I don't even have very many cramps. So I don't know, maybe tomorrow will be a different story. Maybe it takes some time for the cramps to get started, but I feel like it's a normal day. I feel like it's a normal day 1 of my period, if that makes any sense. So I mean, like, it's just, I'm a little bloated. There's a little bit of like achiness or slight cramping. It's nothing severe. It's nothing that I can't handle. I wouldn't even need like ibuprofen or Tylenol or anything for it. So also, sorry, I've been doing all these updates on my phone. It's just what I have in my hand, and I didn't want to have to go downstairs and set up the camera and the lights or everything. So I will likely do that tomorrow for my updates, just because I'll not be laying in bed, taking advantage of being able to rest. Maybe that's why I feel fine. I've literally been laying upstairs for the last 4 hours. I ate my dinner up in bed, and I've just been chilling out. So maybe just taking the time to myself to relax made everything just a little bit smoother, I guess. I don't know. I've been fine. I don't hurt. I'm not in agony. Other than the fact that I had to take something for the nausea that made me drowsy, I feel 100% normal. Alright, so it is now the day after my ablation. Alright, so the experience of the actual ablation. I went in, spoke with the nurse, I got my IV placed, and waited and waited for a bit. And then at about 1:45, they called me back. They brought me back with my IV, and I sat in the back room waiting for another about 15 minutes, and then they loaded me up onto my bed, wheeled me into the room, and chatted with me a bit. The anesthesiologist chatted with me a bit, and
Then I don't remember. I guess they gave me they probably told me like, okay, now we're gonna give you the anesthesia. I don't remember any of that. I just remember closing my eyes in the middle of a sentence and then opening up my eyes again in the recovery room. And then they took me back out into the family recovery room where again I had to sit and have vitals taken every 10 minutes for 30 minutes or so. And then I came home. As I said before, I was really nauseated, just coming off of the anesthetic, which is something that actually has never happened to me before. I've gone under general anesthesia, ooh, how many times? Well, once when I was really little, I don't remember, I had my tonsils out. And I went under a sedation for my wisdom teeth in 2009. And, oh, I had a D&C for miscarriage in 2007. And a colonoscopy, I think that's like a twilight sedation in 2012. And none of those ever made me feel nauseous, none of them made me feel sick or headachy. With this time, I felt kind of vertigo-y and nauseated for up until about, I'm gonna say 5 o'clock yesterday. So it wasn't too bad. I just went and I laid down and kind of dozed in and out of sleep for a little while. And when I woke up, I was fine. As for pain or cramping in the abdomen, I haven't really had any of that. Maybe a few times yesterday, just laying in bed or when I got up from bed to go to the bathroom or to go and get something to eat. Walking around kind of made me just, I wouldn't even peg it at like cramps. I peg it at like the most mild kind of menstrual cramps you could ever have. So not too bad at all. Bleeding was pretty much done by bedtime last night. I've got a panty lying around today just in case, but there has been no more bleeding or spotting since about 10 o'clock last night. So that's been pretty good. I woke up this morning, no cramps at all. I feel like I did nothing yesterday. It feels absolutely 100% normal for me, which is good. I can't speak for everybody who's had an ablation, but for me, this has been even better than a medium bad period. But so far, this has been a breeze and a cakewalk. And I really hope that it's successful and that I won't have a period and those rashes anymore.
Okay, so I've been out and about running errands all day long and I'm fine. Not a single cramp. I've been pretty much doing the opposite of taking it easy and so far so good.
Okay guys, so I am now 2 days post-op from my ablation and honestly there's no more updates. I'm fine. There's been zero cramping, there has been zero spotting. I'm normal. So yeah, that's my ablation experience in the first 48 hours from the actual ablation until post-op. All right, so what's next then? Well, the next update will be after I have experienced maybe 2 to 3 cycles. I'm going to have a follow-up appointment at some point within the next 1 to 3 months, I would assume, with my OBGYN. I have to call on Monday and actually book that appointment. And once I have had that follow-up appointment and gone through 2 or 3 cycles, I will definitely be putting up a follow-up to this video. Alright guys, that's it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, give it a big thumbs up. If you have any questions about endometrial ablation, leave them in the comment section below and I'll do my best to answer them. If you yourself have experienced an ablation and you want to share your story, do so down below as well. If you don't want to miss any of the videos that we post this year, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and I will see you guys